What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Thursday home theater hangout. It looks like it's just going to be me today, so you're going to be stuck with myself, unless the other crew pops in, so I'm not sure. They're usually pretty early, but it's just me. And yes, you would be correct. I am coming to you from a different location today. All will be revealed soon, hopefully within the next few weeks or maybe a couple of months. But let's hang out for a little bit and see how many people pop up in the chat. If there's any issues with my mic, this is kind of a newer setup. So if there's anything going on with my audio, let me know because I got a different configuration here today. So I don't know if this is working or if it's not working. But we have Mr. Neil Hansen here today. What's up, Neil? LOL. We got Aaron Thomas is up in here. What's up, my man? LOL. I always look forward to making fun of Zach's internet. I don't know. Zach's not here today, my man. Big Street. What's up, my man? Big Street is part of the Patreon crew. And so is Craig Osterberg. Craig Osterberg is also part of the Patreon crew as well. And look at this. Look at all the space I got right now. This is like a lot of space, right? Like this is probably the best looking that my camera has ever looked ever since I started doing these live streams. Like I got so much space. I got like 30, 40 feet of space behind me. So it's like such a creamy look behind me. A very creamy look behind me. But what's up, Craig? Craig is always here for the show. What's up, my man? What's up, Supernova Moore? Salute, Shane. Oh, look at this. Zach has shown up today. Zach,
Hey.
I was just talking about that. My camera looks better than yours today. Finally.
Finally.
I think we got the same depth going behind us, but I think mine is a little bit creamier. Yours is actually a little bit blown out, but I'm on your level today.
I'm on the MacBook speakers, didn't hook up a mic, no camera, just barely able to make it here, man. I'm so sorry I'm late.
That's
Thank
all
you
good.
for having me.
It's all good. It's all good. But thanks, Mr. Toter Arts, for congrats to 100K. Thank you for the congrats. I did make 100K, I want to say about a month ago, so you're a little late on that.
Nice. Congratulations, Shane. We're getting close ourselves. We're right
Yeah.
at 99 now. I'm like, wow. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it takes forever, man. It takes forever. I remember when I first started, getting to like 300 took months. So getting to 100K, I mean, that's like a huge thing. I have my plaque
Milestone.
somewhere. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So what's new? What's going on?
Is this the new place?
My temporary. It's a temporary place.
Temporary space.
So right now. I'm in this $8 million New York City townhouse for the next couple months or next few weeks. So this room is like, I don't want to say this room would be perfect for a home theater, but it's pretty big though. I mean, these townhouses aren't very wide, so it's like, I think we measured it. It's like 15 and a half inches wide, or 15 and a half inches, 15 and,
That's real small.
it's 15 and a half feet wide from left to right. That's the entire building. But depth wise, I think this room is about, I want to say about 30, maybe 30 feet or so. So it's like 15 by 30. There's another room behind this room, so I think it's probably about 50 feet long if there wasn't that door there. So this is like 15 by 30. I think it's a good space. I do think it's a little bit more shallow. I know we were talking about this last week. I mean, this still would sound great if I had a Trinnov and like 24 speakers. It would sound pretty sick. But these houses, yeah, they're. I'm sure you've been in townhouses before. They're not like gigundous. They're gigundous if we were talking about like height wise, because I'm on the fourth floor right now, but just like width wise, only 15 feet deep or wide. So some compromises there. I did put out on the community post that I was going to be in Manhattan for a few weeks, that I would like to check out some people's home theaters that would be in Manhattan. apparently nobody in Manhattan has a home theater. I've gotten a lot of messages to come out to New Jersey to check out.
That's what
Shane,
happened to me whenever I
yeah.
flew into New York to record content. I thought for sure there was going to be,
Hmm.
some cool, unique projects in downtown New York City. And
Yeah.
there was one customer that had a cool retractable, it was a slate screen with a JVC projector dropped in front of his Florida ceiling windows. But most of our projects were, yeah, out in New Jersey.
Yeah, everything. I got so many emails. It was like, hey, I know you're in Manhattan, but it's only a 40-minute train ride to New Jersey. I've got send me pictures and stuff like that. I'm like, thanks, but I really don't want to go to New Jersey. But listen, before we start really talking about anything, I should really thank today's channel partner, Anchor. This is Anchor's brand new product, the GAN Prime Anchor 737. With this product, you can charge you can charge 3 devices at once. It's got 2 USB-C ports and 1 USB-A port. So you can charge up to a single device up to 100 watts. It'll also charge your devices up to 26 minutes faster using Anker's Power IQ 4.0 technology. And with this charger, it has Active Shield 2.0, so it'll intelligently monitor your device's charging speed up to 3 million times a day so that it doesn't overcharge or undercharge, so you will get a 100% full charge and not damage your device's battery. So that is 3 million times per day at adjusting the power output. And it's greener using GAN. If every household in the US uses their GAN Prime products in place of non-GAN Prime products, the amount of power that could be saved is 796 million kilowatts per year using the technology with this Anchor GAN Prime product. So, starting from Friday, November 17th through December 3rd, you can save up to 60% off Anchor charging products. And if you spend over $80, they will gift you a free gift in the mail. I don't know what the free gift is, but you will get a free gift if you spend over $80 at anchor.com. So they are celebrating Black Friday early from November 17th to December 3rd. And like I said, this product, I've been rocking this thing for a few weeks now. Will charge up to a single device up to 100 watts. So thank you, Anchor, for sponsoring this channel, sponsoring today's live stream. Links are down below in the video's description if you want to pick up anything up. There's links down there. Use that if you want to support the channel. Use the links down there. It supports the channel and helps to keep the channel growing and keeps it going and keeps me motivated to have people and guests on such as Zach and the rest of the crew that's typically here. So thank you, Anchor, for supporting the channel and sponsoring this live stream today, the Home Theater Hangout. Okay. That's today's channel sponsor, guys, Anchor.
Good job, Shane.
So what do we got going on today, Zach?
I was just checking out your eye. What happened there?
Oh, so I've been moving a lot lately, and I think I was telling you, I think I was picking up some of the Mac amps, and I think it might have strained too hard and maybe popped a vessel in the eyeball, so it's a little red. Wow. It's a little red right now.
Wow.
Yeah, it sucks. I shot this whole little promo video for Mint Mobile, which I'm gonna do in tomorrow's live stream, and I shot it. I'm looking at myself in the video. I'm like, I gotta cover my face up with some B-roll because I can't look at my eye. Yeah, it sucks.
Well,
Look at this. Craig Osterberg has an Echo charger for his phone, and it charges faster. Thank you, Craig, for the for that comment there. So what do you got going on over there on Dream Media this week?
well, you will have to tune in to our website tomorrow. We have a ton of Black Friday specials dropping starting tomorrow through the weekend on all of our best-selling brands. Can't really give any details due to pricing policies, but we already have the Focal on uh, the sales posted on our website. It's 20% off almost the entire lineup, which is
Really?
pretty pretty legit. Normally
So
they'll offer like 10% off, 5% off, but this is 20% off. I mean, our best selling products, the 100 series, 300 series, 1000 series, all the way to the Divia, the Vestia, and that's the Canta, and that's where it stops. So
yeah,
Sopra, Evo, Utopia, and up, is not part of the sale, but I mean that's pretty much their full lineup, even the
yeah,
outdoor stuff. So if you're looking for some speakers, quality speakers, Vocal is one of my favorite brands. Definitely want to check that out and take advantage of it.
yeah.
Then we got SVS has Black Friday deals as well, and it's pretty much across the full line. So all the pricing's updated on our website. And then we have some big announcements coming tomorrow from JVC. And over the weekend, we'll have some announcements from Screen Innovations. So it's the season of buying, you know. So we're gonna try to make sure you guys are aware of every special promotion that's going on. But as far as what we're up to content wise, we put out a really cool video on the Dream Arcade. Did you see that, Shane?
I have not been a little
Oh my
occupied,
gosh.
but let me scoop
So
over there real quick. Let's see what's going on.
Kellen, our demo theater where we test all the product. We have JVCs and Focal Utopias and Trenov and all that stuff in there. Outside his theater space, we have a concession area, and it has popcorn machine, bar, TV, digital movie poster, liquor, all that stuff. And what complements a waiting area better than an arcade system? We've had a lot of customers asking us about, if we sell arcades or pinball machines, and we went and got registered for pinball machines. Didn't build a custom one, but we just developed this relationship with Phantom Arcades, which build custom arcades, and they're literally the best in the industry. I mean, there's a lot of different arcade companies out there, but we really like this guy here because he went out and built us a custom Dream Media arcade. I mean, we put in a OLED TV. We put in Sonos amp so that it can be like a jukebox as well, and hook that up to some Focal 1000 series speakers. Um, it's has over 10,000 games built in, so you don't need multiple different arcades. It's like one
Mm-hmm.
arcade has it all. And it has the marquee there at the top too, which is kind of unique to this Phantom Arcades machine, where it'll display the game that you're playing, and then it has the kick plate down below that emulates that as well. So it's we were on a journey, here at Dream Media. We're always trying to find the best gear to offer to our customers, so we did the same with arcades. And now customers can purchase the Dream Arcade, but they can also do custom models. So like you want one person, you want two person, four person, like this one.
Yeah.
It's all custom.
Oh, so this is for you, like the Dream Arcade, like custom for you guys.
Yeah, yeah. This is
Oh, okay.
A Dream
Yeah.
Media exclusive
Right,
product.
right. And this got
You
like
can.
Street Fighter and all that stuff. What
It
is that
has.
video screen down there? Is that a video screen? What is that?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So they turned a 65-inch TV sideways and separated it out to where it's formatted so you can have the marquee up top, and then of course display in a 4:3 old school aspect ratio for the
Mm-hmm.
main display. But um, it's cool. It's cool. It's
Yeah, it looks cool.
it's a Dream Media exclusive. So we worked hand in hand with him to build this unit.
What's that run off of? Is it like Linux or something? Like, is there like a PC in there or?
Yeah, yep. And they go through all the specifications in this video, like every little detail. He really nerds out about, the operating system,
Yeah.
and how difficult it is to accomplish some of these things. A lot of guys spend months and months building these arcades, and this guy has built thousands and thousands of them over the course of his life, and
Yeah.
eventually went out and started his own business years ago, and has built some of the coolest arcades that we've ever seen. So we wanted to get with him to create our own SKU.
Yeah, I see Kellen on screen here. He texted me the other day. He was like, "How come you don't send me invites to these live streams, Shane?" I was like, "Because you don't come on when I send you the."
You got to show up.
I
No,
said,
he's busy selling and taking care of customers. But I would have loved him to be here to talk about this unit today. He's really passionate about it. We did right before the Super Mario movie came out is when we made this, so it's a little bit old, but Super Mario Bros, kind of a classic theme. It's cool. I've never seen an arcade as cool as this one.
yeah, it looks pretty cool. I I thought you said there was a kick plate
The
down
kick
there.
plate display below.
Oh, the kick. Okay, I thought there was an actual kick plate, like a steel kick plate. So sometimes you play those games, you're kicking the machine. Might be a little dangerous to have the
I don't
screen
think
there,
you
but
want to kick
yeah,
this machine. This is yeah, this is premium.
yeah.
But
Yeah, that looks super cool though, man. Shoot. Too bad I don't play video games, or else I would probably get something like that. Maybe in my next theater. Well, maybe I would just get something like that anyways in the next theater, just because it's
yeah,
like,
it's one of those nostalgic things to put out in, the waiting area. If you're gonna do like a digital movie poster, have a bar, like this is the perfect edition for that.
you know what I was looking at? Crap, build a link. Is that what it's called? It's called. Hold on, I have it on my phone. So I was looking at some options to build a theater, outside of a potential house. Buildinginabox.org. Here it is. I'm gonna go to that. It's called buildinginabox.org. Let me share this. So, man, sorry, man. I got like a little cold here. So this is there we go, like something like that. There, we're looking at like these buildings. Let's go to shop kits and prices. Something like that, or something like this, 30 by 40. And if we're talking about sidewalls, you said like 10 foot would be like a good height, right?
Yeah,
30 by 40.
I'd be careful though with those type of buildings because that sheet metal is gonna rattle like a mofo.
Well, if you did that, you put the insulation against the sheet metal, then you got your studs, your 2x4s, and then you get the, I forgot what they called. They're like little metal.
Sound isolation
Yeah, you put that
pieces.
in between it, and then you put the other stud on it. I think that's
Yep.
no, I think, or you put the drywall on it, and then you put a second layer of drywall. Well, green glue it, and then another layer of drywall. Wouldn't that isolate,
Yeah, that would
kind of
work.
like float the wall
Yep.
off the steel? So yeah, so I was thinking something like
And they
that.
have the metal versions with the rubber grommets, and they have the wood version with the plastic grommets for sound isolation. But you would definitely want to do that.
Yeah, but you think that's a viable option?
Yeah, it's a viable option. I would cross compare it against building an attached structure to the home if you're going to purchase, because one thing to consider is if you can build off of the property livable square footage, it's going to increase the value of your home. This structure probably won't increase the value of the home.
Oh, got you. Well, what if you could attach it, like have a walkway, like a
If
hallway
it's
to it?
livable square footage, then yes. If it's climate controlled and it's tied into the home, but I built off of one of my homes this super cool giant gazebo building behind our pool, and it added nothing to the value of the home
Really?
because it wasn't attached square footage. So, one of those learning lessons.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Man, I'm just
What are they
thinking
trying to
like,
charge though for one? I mean, that's always, you got to kind of determine,
so if you're
you
looking
know,
at, let's say, 24 by 40, that's $7,700.
I mean, at that price,
Yeah.
then you got to look into what it's going to cost to do your sound isolation. But I mean, my assumption would be just the foundation alone is going to be close to that. Does that include a slab pour, or how's the foundation handled?
Nah, it's like it's like a pre-cut kit. I was
So you
because
still need
I was watching
pour
a
a
video.
foundation.
Guys, I'm in the city, so you can hear a lot of cop noises in there, helicopters and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's coming through in the video or
Yeah,
not.
it's coming through.
I watched this guy put it together, and like he already started with a concrete slab, so it was already like poured concrete foundation. He put it together in like 8 hours by himself. So I was like, Jesus, I can. I was like, if you can do that in 8 hours by yourself, I can definitely do this in a week by myself, or or at least with a couple people. So
Yeah.
then I was just like, man, it's only $7,700. I was like, that's not horrible. I'm sure it's obviously the air for the heating and cooling and stuff like
Yeah,
that would obviously
that's what I
would be
was
more
gonna
money.
say. When
Yeah,
you do the foundation, you need plans for your HVAC, your plumbing, your electrical, all of that.
yeah. But
When you get the property, Shane, I'll help you out.
all right. Yeah, because I've been floating around this because yeah, I've been floating around that idea for a little bit. Just building external or just extra instead of just trying to find a home with a large room already.
Yeah,
Because I would
build
like to
up.
have a big space. Yeah.
Well, you could. I mentioned this to you the other day. You can do a HELOC loan once you get the home
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
home improvement. But yeah, as you get closer, I'll
Yeah.
definitely help you out. I have a lot of construction experience. I've flipped a ton of homes over the years,
Hmm, interesting. All right. All right. All
knocked down
right.
a lot of walls between kitchens and and living rooms.
Yeah. Question here, Shane. Could you talk about the differences between the Arendals you had and your current Ascendo speakers? Well, the Arendals that I had are actually, they're like almost full range speakers. I think they went down to something like 50 hertz or something. The Ascendos are basically satellite speakers, so they're only good for like 80 to 100 hertz. I know they're spec'd at 80 hertz, but it's more like 100 hertz when I took the measurements. I mean, there's always that. So that's like a true satellite, sub-satellite system. It's going to have a different feel to them once you get it in your house, for sure, because the Ascendos they're very kind of lacking in the low bass department. Whereas I think the Arendals will sound maybe a little bit fuller, but if you're going to go with the Ascendos, you kind of have to have the whole kit, the whole setup. You got the kick bass and the infra subs, so it's a whole setup, the whole system that they got going on over there, and just the directionality and the focus and the precision is better on the Ascendo because you got the coaxial drivers. It sounds very similar to like a KEF speaker. Then you got different versions. You got a soft dome tweeter. You got the compression driver. But I would say that the precision, the preciseness of where the audio is coming from you is a little bit more accurate sounding with the Ascendos. But you know, if you've never heard the differences between like a point source kind of speaker and then like an MTM, there's definitely differences in sound. I like the precision on the Ascendos, but then I kind of do like the fullness of the Arendals. So it's kind of give and take. You kind of have to listen to them both to make an informed decision. And I ended up going with the Ascendo. Thank you for your question.
Good response, Shane. I think we
Oh,
got Gene in the house.
oh, where is he? Oh, there he is. Look at that. Gene is finally here.
Yeah,
We got we
guys.
got we got Gene and Dream Media
No,
together.
guys.
Hold on.
My name is Shane Lee too, and I just want to say that I think the Ascendos are a little bit bright, just a little bit bright. But you can fix that with some magic beans.
Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go. We got two wars going on behind the scenes.
There's no wars going on, man. I'm just I pray for peace.
I'll tell
That's
you
how
what,
I.
that sound bit you sent over, Gene, had me thinking you're giving Shane a run for his money.
Before we kick it off with whatever Gene wants to talk about, guys, links down below in the description for the brand new Anker GAN Prime 120 watt wireless charger. Links down below in the video's description. Okay, Gene, Gene, where is my XR13 review on your channel? I know my Patreon subscribers have already seen the video, because if you are subscribed to my Patreon, which is patreon.com/Shane Lee, you can watch early reviews that I do for Audioholics on Patreon. Whereas you might be waiting a month or two if you wait for Gene's video to drop.
Well, I mean, I was gonna drop it, but then we have this JVC thing going on Friday, and it's a special. It's too good of a deal to not post that on the weekend. So you've been bumped. You've been bumped.
Sorry, Shane. That's my fault.
It is his fault. 100%.
I watched a little bit of that three-parter Anthem review you guys got going on over there.
Yeah, so there's two. I haven't seen the second part yet. The first part, I thought Teo did a really good job, just talking about stuff features wise that nobody else really talks about, like the rune stuff. I'm a big fan of Anthem. I know they've got a little couple of warts here or there, but overall, I've been using the 1140 for over a year and a half, and it's been pretty damn bulletproof. And the arc room correction thing I like about Anthem is you set up arc, and I mean, you've experienced this, Shane. You set up arc, it takes at most 10 minutes, right? You go in, you do the measurements.
Most.
At
It's like
most.
more than
I'm
that.
talking about going into
Yeah.
the software and making your adjustments to the house curve and all that. And 9 times out of 10, it sounds good out of the box.
Yep.
You just can't do a lot of fine tuning. You can't do PEQ adjustments. There's no ability for that. So then when you go to like a product like the
Yeah.
Marantz AB10, you've got Dirac, which I can't get to work correctly yet. And you've got Odyssey with the PC software. And that takes a lot of finagling. That took me multiple hours. The measurements came out good for the most part, but I had to go in and really tune the biquad filters and adjust the bass levels. So that whole process, and I'm relatively experienced with that, that took me about 3 hours, and it sounds great now. But with Arc, 10 minutes, you can get it sounding pretty damn good. And that's, if it's someone that's not very experienced in setting stuff up and having the ability to do independent measurements, I always steer them towards the Anthem stuff because it's just that much easier to set up. But if you're a propeller head and you have REW and you know what you're doing, there's more flexibility in products that have Dirac and Odyssey, PC version of Odyssey.
Could you, let's say you just want to manually do everything, because I know Direct does like phase and all that stuff, time alignment and everything. Can you do that manually yourself with just PEQ and distances and just manually by yourself? And how
That's the
hard would that be?
that's the stupid thing about both programs is you have to run their auto calibration first.
Yeah.
You can't just go in and add PEQ filters. That's something I've been asking Marantz and Denon for years, and they still have a GEQ on their products, which is ridiculous. That I don't understand why we have GEQ equalizers on 2023 receivers. It would be great if they had 7 or 8 band PEQs and you could just go in and tune it to how you want it, right? I mean, Yamaha has that with their Avantage line, but they're fixed PEQ. So they're general, even though they claim they're PEQ, they're not really by definition PEQ because you can't adjust the center frequency. You have fixed bands. Now they've give you a lot of options. You just got to hope you hit that right frequency. Like they go from 31 hertz to 38 hertz to 42 hertz. What if you need it at 41 hertz or 40 hertz? You know, it's not going to be very precise. Whereas when you get a product like a Storm Audio, who I know Zach has got some familiarity with, you could fine tune that thing like a laser, and their PEQ filters are dead accurate. You know, you don't miss the mark when you do the calculation. You set the filter and you measure the acoustical response before and after, it's dead on. but those are, I mean, Zach, the 16 channel Storm, what is that, like 16, $17,000, I think.
Yeah.
You can pull up the website. They have a few different models. They even came out with an AVR, like a 20
So
channel
you can do
AVR.
that. You can do that yourself manually, just by adjusting PEQs. If you could do
Yeah.
it manually by yourself, you can make it
Yeah.
sound as good as Dirac.
I mean, there's things that Direct Art do that I can't do, and I still haven't run it. But with regular Direct, yeah, I would say that I could go in and EQ a system myself, and some usually get better results. It just takes a long time.
Interesting.
It's
But Direct
actually
Art is a whole different ball game. I can't even come close to what that thing's doing because it's using every speaker in your room to fix the bass below 300 hertz.
What about with you have active speakers? What about active speakers?
So the speakers behind me, the RBH, I don't even ask me the fucking model numbers, man. The RBH's model numbers are, you'd probably know the model number better than me, Zach. This is the
I'm starting to
SF
get them. I'm starting to get them.
SFTRAX, I
Yep, that's
think.
right.
I
Yep,
think. So that has the Marani
SFTRAX.
DS. I
That's
got it
it.
right. I got the model
Yep,
number right.
yep.
So that has their latest Marani processor on it, and it has room EQ as well built in, and that's what we ran in here. And I don't even use ARC. I have an Anthem STR processor. I bypass it because the Marani does an awesome job, and I could focus the sound if I'm sitting dead center. I can make it laser precision, or I could set it up so it's a more wide sweet spot. So if I sit across the couch, I'll get every seat will sound good, but it just won't be laser focus at the center seat. And of course, because I usually listen to the system by myself, I kind of set it more towards the focus so I could get that nice strong phantom center.
That
So
their 16 channel is their Core 16, and it's 13,999 retail. And they have the matching amplifier, the PA 16, that's 13,999. It's
Which is a
actually
great amp.
that's not
So
bad.
they have an integrated receiver that uses the amp. They have it all in one now.
yep.
I didn't even
They
know
have
they had that.
now they have it's called the ISP Elite MK3, and it does it all. Oh wait, no, that's the surround processor. Sorry, the ISR Fusion 20. Yeah, it's a 20 channel, all in one,
How much is that one?
20 grand retail.
Yeah.
That's the this guy here.
But it's nice now to have something that's a little bit more affordable, slightly than Trenoff. So we offer both now, but they're doing some cool stuff with. I really want to do a project with their new. Um, it's the ISP Elite, yeah, the all digital processor. I think I saw it at CEDIA. It looked really cool.
Damn, that does look slick.
Why did they not upgrade you, Gene? What's going on here? I would talk to them
I
seriously.
just don't want to pull stuff out of my rack, man. It's a pain
Well,
in the ass.
maybe I'll come down there and help you do it, Gene. That'd be a good idea.
You know, I'm gonna have Matthew Trinklin. I was supposed to have him here a couple of weeks ago, but we got all struck down with COVID, so we had to cancel. But he was gonna come and help me run Direct Art and go through the whole process. But I know they're coming out. I don't know if that model has a new DAC board, but I know they're coming out with a new DAC board. That's when I'll do the upgrade. When and a new HDMI board, HDMI 2.1. That's the nice thing about Storm is they actually support their product and they support the upgrades to it. You know, it's not like a lot of these companies say, "Oh yeah, it's future proof," but then they drop the ball on it. You know, they become boat anchors after 4 years.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised they kept. Are they going to support your model for how long? Did they give you like a time frame or?
Yeah, I mean it's the same as far as I know. The Elite that you're showing there is the same product I have. It's just an updated cosmetic.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, so I could literally
That's
take
cool. Okay.
cards out. I could change the HDMI card. I could change the DAC card, and I'll have the same product. I just don't have the same cosmetic.
Yeah, yeah. I like the way yours. I think it looks a little bit better than this
The
one.
the the
Actually,
ISP
it's not as
Evo
shiny.
was the fully digital surround processor that they had at CEDIA that I was talking about. You're taking your connection out of a LAN into a network switch, and
Yeah,
then into your active speakers. It's pretty cool.
So they have two versions of that. They have that version, which I don't have. I have the AES version that has AES digital outputs, and that's what I'm using for the RBH active system. So my front three channels are fully digital coming out
Yep.
of the processor, going into the Marani. And I have the latest Marani in that room, and that Marani's got like the best Burr Brown DACs of its day, which I still think are some of the best sounding DACs on the market, regardless that they're a few years old. They do native DSD. I mean, they just sound amazing. Noise floor is really low. So I just haven't had a need to swap that out, you know?
Oh, so back to the original question there. How would that work with active speakers? You got to calibrate the speakers first
Yeah.
and then do direct?
Yeah. Basically, I optimized the speakers for as best as I could using FIR filters and using PEQ filters to get that all integrated, and then we're going to run Dirac. And Dirac Art's going to basically, it's going to override all my base management settings, from what I understand, because it's going to come up with its own optimization. So what I'd like to do when I get this done is have my profile of what I did manually, and then instantly switch over to the Dirac Art and see how much better, hopefully better, it is than what I was able to do.
Let me know when you plan to do that. I'd love to make some content on art, and especially if Matt is going to be there. He's a great asset.
He's amazing. The dude is just he's very knowledgeable.
I would
Very.
like to know how it sets up your crossovers because I know you got some pretty beefy surround speakers and all that. Like, where would the crossover points be? Are they going to run them as like full range and stuff like that? Because you got them set at like 80 hertz, if I'm
Yeah.
not
Well,
mistaken.
here's what my view on that is when I measured, like, I have the sidewall speakers with the dual eights, it's got a pretty narrow box. I thought I was gonna get like good 60 hertz extension, but in my room at the listening position, they were rolling off pretty steep below 80 hertz. So I just let them roll off and sent it to the sub. So I don't think I'm getting a lot of bass benefit out of those speakers. My back speakers, which have the sixes, actually have more bass extension because they have a much bigger back box, which are the in-wall versions. So I'm wondering if Art will use those more for bass than my side channels. And my Atmos channels, they're not usable below 90 hertz or so because they're free air. They're not in their own enclosure, and they're just 6.5-inch drivers. But I might change some of those out. I like the new Perlis and in-ceiling speakers. Those
Yeah.
look, those look amazing.
I was using the DevTechs with the subs, the new ones, the DM70s, which you guys reviewed on your channel, and I
Yeah.
used them as surrounds too. I'm telling you, I don't know why people just pick 80 hertz if you got big speakers, because they sound sick. If you let them rip full range, they're
I
so
would
good
run those
sounding.
full. Yeah, I would run those full range. I just wouldn't
Yeah,
run LF. I wouldn't run LFE through them. I would.
yeah. They took
Yeah.
that feature out. They took the LFE input out. I was a little surprised by
No, I'm
that.
saying if you're like if you've got the Marantz and the AV10, you could actually, because of me, I've been asking for years. They've added the ability to route LFE to large main towers and your subs. So with the case with the DefTech, I would not run LFE to them. I would just run them full range and send the LFE to the
Yeah,
subs.
yeah, yeah. They don't have the LFE input anymore on them.
Yeah,
It's just
that was a
yeah,
source of confusion for people because they were
yeah.
double connecting. They were using the LFE input and speaker level.
But I think they're awesome sounding for the price. I don't know if Zach carries DevTech or not, but I think they're fucking awesome
It's not a
sounding.
brand we promote heavily, but yes, it's part of the Sound United group. So Polk and
Massimo.
yeah,
Yeah,
Massimo. Sorry.
Massimo.
I still have a problem calling it Massimo.
Yeah, Massimo, Denon, Marantz, Polk, DefTech. We carry it all.
You guys need to get, since you're dealing with Massimo, you need to get the denim pearls. Hold on.
Oh, here we go. He wants to show off his new product.
You need to get these.
Little head earbuds.
They're the Pearl Pro, and then they have the regular pearls, and they actually measure your hearing, and they come up with and they do it in a very accurate way. Like
Wow, that's cool.
I've seen headphones that do that in the past, and it was a nightmare. But these actually, they do a similar test to what they do to infants when they're born, to
Yeah,
check their
it's
hearing.
measuring your hearing loss.
Exactly. So when they turned it on versus off, it was like night and day. Like I could not believe that even the bass. I mean, everything. I think these are the best sounding in-ear monitors on the market for the price, and I think they're like $300 or whatever. I just haven't had a chance to do a video on them, but getting
Can
a
Yeah,
pair.
so
let
one of
me
those things.
let's just share the little story here about how Gene came to find out about these earbuds. We were at a show recently, probably a couple months back now, and they were passing around these earbuds to many people, and I saw them go from one customer, from one visitor attendee, back to the presenter's hand, and then he asked Gene if he would like to hear them, and then Gene put them in his ears,
No,
and
they
I
told me they changed the ear pads.
and I know they didn't clean the ear
Oh,
tips.
shut up.
And
That's
then,
where he got COVID again.
and then Gene said, "Do you want to try these out?" I was like, "Nah, man, because I know they're dirty."
Oh, they told me they changed the
That's
earpieces.
not right, Shane. You're supposed to be looking out for your friends, man.
Yeah, really. He lets things happen to me, man.
Wow. And then he's gonna laugh about it
I
later.
was busy filming. I was like
Savage.
filming. I was like, "What's going on?"
He was busy shaking the camera.
It's funny because that's the video that that the earbuds were in was in the shakiest video that I shot that day. And you
Yeah.
know what? Oddly enough, that video was his best video.
They get a lot of views.
And it was a Dev Tech video, by the way. So there are some serious Dev Tech fans out there.
Hey guys, I
Well,
got to cut short because I got to go pick my daughter up at her school. But
All right.
I just wanted to pop in and say hi.
great seeing you, Gene.
All right. Yep. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Gene, make sure you say go shop at dreammedia.com.
Yes, do that.
Yeah. And if we're talking headphones, these are my favorite headphones from Focal.
Hey, the
Those are
Bathies.
good. And they have the hearing test on them now. I haven't tested it, but they have a new update on them. So you could do hearing tests if you download the firmware on the app.
On the Bathies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are great. I use these on flights whenever I travel for work, and I recently used these on a road trip down to Texas with my family. And I'll tell you what, my kids start screaming 6 hours, 8 hours into the trip. These things pay for themselves.
True that. All right, guys. Well, I will be in touch later.
All right, take it
Later,
easy.
Gene.
Take
Bye.
it easy.
See ya. Guys, if you missed the review on my Bathies video, you should definitely check it out because it's one of the best videos I've ever done. And I don't think only like 5,000 people watched it, but it's one of the best. I even went on location to a beach to show
Oh,
how good the noise canceling was. Very awesome video. One of the best videos, I think. Just
you'll have to drop our links in that video too. From November 9th to the 30th, we have 10% off these Bathies with free shipping.
I'll do that. It's a great video though. I was very excited for it. I told my wife because she was the camera person. I was like, this is gonna look awesome because we're on the beach. The sky's looking nice. I'm gonna HDR this. I'm gonna make it pop, and man, it's so good. And I was just like, man, hardly anybody watched the video. I got like
Don't
5 or
you
6,000
just hate
views.
that? You'll make the worst video ever,
Yeah.
and it gets a bunch of views, and you really put your heart and soul into like a high quality video, and nobody views it.
That's it, like where I was talking to where I mentioned to Gene, like I shot the Def Tech video for him, and it's like I had the camera, and then my wife was shooting another camera, and this was like at the end of the day, so her hand was tired, so it was just like it was like twitching the whole time. And then I don't know what happened to my camera. It was just like screwing out, like stopped in the middle of it. So I had to use hers, and then use all the B-roll to fill in all the other parts. And he was just like, nobody's gonna watch this, Shane. It's so bad. I can't believe you shot this. And it was his best performing video. Nobody mentioned anything about the shaky cam.
We got to remember this is just YouTube.
Yeah. This ain't a Hollywood production. Although sometimes I treat it like a Hollywood production, and those are
Your
the videos that
videos,
bomb.
yeah. Sometimes your videos are nuts.
Yeah, the good ones bomb. I'm just like, Do I even try anymore? Let's see.
Hey,
Gene.
one thing I teased that's kind of cool is, we're getting into these LED walls. We did our first outdoor one that completed, and this crazy house down in Highland Park. If you go to the short section on our videos, you can see a little teaser that's to come of this crazy home. 176-inch outdoor TV with a motorized
Whoa.
lift that pops up out of the astroturfed lawn behind the infinity pool. Talk about luxury.
Infinity pool.
Where it rolls off and they have like a
Yeah.
catch for the
Yeah,
water
I know.
as it rolls
I know what it
over.
is. My new house has that, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, click that one with my hands up, standing on the astroturf. Now go down. Go down and to the right, that one with my hands up. The TV's underneath me.
All right.
Up,
A second here. Share that.
up.
Over there.
That's not it.
Mhm.
But we do sell banana plugs too. We got it all. That right there.
This one. Okay.
Yeah, look at this. This is nuts.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn, you put the turf on that, huh?
Yeah, go back. That's pretty cool. And then check out the view from the bedroom. Go upstairs or go up a little bit
Go
in the
upstairs.
videos. You can go to that one right there, the luxury primary suite tour.
Look at that. His and her sinks.
Yeah, his and hers closets, his and hers everything. Actually, that's just the hers side. That's the
Her side.
vanity. But look at this closet. Wild, right?
Wow.
Really
Wait, you didn't do that, did you?
No.
Okay.
We were just did the audio video. We don't do closets. We do a lot, but no, not closets. I just like being involved in cool projects, when people are building these crazy houses. Like, did you see the TV from
Jesus.
the closet?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's cool,
I mean,
right?
geez, how much clothes do you have that you need that much closet space?
Well, probably not an abnormal amount of clothes, but those
Like a
type
lot
of
to me.
closets, you put your clothes on display, so you can show them off.
Look at my Gucci shirt. Oh, this is looping. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
But I did a little teaser too on this same project, Shane, of the garage. Check out this garage. I know you're into cars. You'll appreciate this.
which one?
Go down a little bit. Go down a little bit. And that one right there, Auto Gallery.
Huh? Where is it?
Yeah, check this theater out.
Look at that. That's a garage, huh?
That's
Look at the light. I like those lighted ceilings.
I know, it's like unbox therapy.
Yeah, and the Dark Knight.
Got my JVC up there. Looking good.
Wait, this ain't your house, right? This is
I
that same
wish.
house?
Same house.
You wish.
Yeah. I wish.
How many seats are in there?
Just 6.
Just 6?
Right.
Why does it look bigger than that?
I got the 0.5 on the iPhone going.
God damn, how can I fake that lighted ceiling in my next place?
Did you say, how can I fake that? It's not that expensive. Those are like tiles. You just put in a tile ceiling and backlight it with
That's all that is?
yeah, like the drop down tiles for commercial use.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just buy the frames and then you backlight it. And then he did a bunch of accent lighting to highlight the cars too, with more of the warm, like 3,000 Kelvin warm lighting.
That looks like a beach resort.
Yeah, I wish the theater was bigger. That was the homeowner's only regret, was making the theater a little larger. But I mean, the
Looks
space
good to
itself,
me.
the concept. I mean, what's cooler than that? Having your friends over, showing off your cars, having a drink, and
Look at those
having the game
Bentleys.
going.
Jealous, dude. Damn.
And it's all underground, isolated from the rest of the house, so you can blast that theater as loud as you want.
I need to be his
Pretty
friend.
cool.
I need to be his friend.
While we're on it, check out that one right there. That's a pretty cool one I'm proud of. That's actually in the middle of like his 4th upgrade. He's now going for another 2 subs and upgrading to 6 Atmos speakers, the Dream Home Theater. #shorts. This is Focal 1000 series, just the LCR 6s left and right and surrounds, and then the LCR Utopia 1000 series for the center. And then it's got 2 custom built-in RTJ 18s. You know that one Star Wars theater we were promoting, how they're sitting on the floor? These ones got custom built into the front wall. And then it's got the 150-inch zero edge screen. And you can turn the backlight kit on too if you want. That's in the 240 aspect ratio. We got the JVC RS3100, the NZ8 with a Panamorph DCR lens and a Mad VR Trend-off processing. It's got it all. Kaleidoscape, of course.
Of course. These are the coolest speakers, dude.
Oh my gosh. I did not want to give those back. Like, that just fits my house perfect with all the dark mountain modern features I have around the home. That was sad to see those puppies leave.
Oh, should we mention that oh, I bumped myself from my own video. Hold on a second. Remove this. Should we mention that, is it today or is it maybe, what's today, Thursday? Maybe Friday, about the Hisense sale? The 100-inch?
Oh, I forgot about that. I don't know when that sale's active, so I don't think we should talk about it. I don't know the details on it.
I think it is. I mean,
AWOL.
I could talk about it. I don't work for Gmail.
You can talk about it. Yeah.
I believe that the Hisense 100-inch, I've been talking about, Hisense drops to $3,000 on Monday.
That's what I thought. Yeah, we already got it down to $4,000 on our website right now. Yeah, and then there's a certain date it's dropping even more.
On Monday, it's $3,000 for 100-inch mini LED TV.
It's just ridiculous.
100 inches for $3,000.
Just buy a new one every year.
If I had a place I was living in right now, I would buy one myself. I mean, that's 100 inches. That's like a movie. That's like a projector screen.
It's pretty crazy. What really is driving me crazy about this is now we're selling these 100-inch TVs, and I have a 100-inch ultra short throw set up upstairs, and I'm just like, where's the value?
Yeah, there is none anymore.
You have to go at least 120 with short throw to get your money's worth. So I'm going to reconfigure that whole thing. I've had my fun with ultra short throw this year, trying out all the different models, but I think I'm going to go at the end of this year after the holidays and the family's gone and redo it with a more premium setup.
Let me see. Let me pop that on the screen real quick. Hisense. God damn. I can't wait till I get my own place because it's I'm getting 100-inch for sure next year. 100-inch will be in my house. It's gonna kind of make my home theater seem set. But this is right now. It's what is it? $4,000? Yeah, 4,000.
$4,000, and yeah, you're right. It's gonna drop again. So
wow, that's crazy, dude. That's so crazy.
I mean, who would have thought?
$3,000. I mean, people are like, busting nuts because you can get a 83-inch OLED for like $3,000, but this is 100 inches is significantly bigger than 83 inches. Just, it doesn't sound like it is, but it really truly is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's Monday. I'm gonna put
Yep.
this out. I want to put this out there, so I want Kellen to get inundated with so many orders for this TV that you guys are just like, God.
It's already like that with this thing because we make nothing on it. So
Yeah,
it's a logistical nightmare. We're trying to get this safely to people without breaking them and not lose money.
yeah, I know the margins on TVs are not that great. So it's like, I was like, they were selling this for 10,000 first, and then it was like 5,000, then 4,000, then now 3,000. So
Yeah.
I guess if it was still at 10,000, you guys would make some pretty good money. But at $3,000, it's like that's like going to the grocery store and they put the little candy racks there. It's like just you know
Just put
just
one
go
in your
grab and
cart.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Hopefully, what we encourage customers to do is purchase some other items with it. Let's get you some speakers, an amplifier, some other things so that, you know,
You know where I found out about this? It was from Mr. John Sandoval. So Johnny
John's the man.
John keeps me up on all the sales dates and all the dates and of the deals.
We have a lot on sale right now, guys. Head over to our website. We're going to try to get a deals section put on our website. We're currently in development on a new platform, but if you just type in SVS, Vocal, AWOL, Hisense, all these brands are already on sale. And starting tomorrow, you'll have to check our JVC promotion.
A JVC promotion. I know some of you guys are hardcore JVC fans, so there's going to be some savings. I mean, I can say it. I'm an affiliate with JVC, so
Yeah.
there's going to be some sales for JVC.
The details are amazing, so you'll have to stay tuned. We got a video coming out at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and we're going to go over all the details of that sale at 7 a.m. tomorrow.
There's a question here that you could probably answer. Where is it? Thoughts on the Perlisten D215 subwoofer versus the JTR RS1, the CEA 2010. They are close and a few dB differences, and if aiming to multiple subwoofers going against each other. I don't know what the comparable RTJ version would be to the JTR RS1 would be, but I'm sure there's got to be something, right?
Yeah. We don't. Well, technically we do sell JTR, but I'm not familiar with that model. Unfortunately, I'd need to look it up. Do you know these? Of course, I know the D15, but I don't know about that R.
I don't know about either because I've never owned it personally in my home
RS1.
because he don't want to send it to me. So sorry guys, I can't share that information with you. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just go out on a limb and just say buy the per listen because not only does it look better, it sounds badass, and there's way more features. It does cost more, but you get what you pay for. You want an ugly black box with some big drivers in it, or you want a pretty black box with some big ass drivers in it, and an app, and it's TTEC certified. Some of you guys don't care about that. That's fine. It's a badass sub. I've owned it for a few months, and I would own it if I could have afforded it. I would just go with the per listen because you're guaranteed
Well,
it's
I
going to be
think
kick
there are
ass.
two different types of speakers too. Like, I got it pulled up. It's an 18-inch, so it's probably comparable to like the RTJ 18s that we sell, like that video I was just showing you.
I don't know what
That's
I would assume that 215 is probably the same kind of like surface area as maybe as a single 18. I'm sure somebody in the chat would do the mathematics and figure that out, but I would think it's pretty close.
Here's the thing between these two brands: the per listens are just extremely accurate. Like it's an
Yeah,
audiophile subwoofer.
yeah,
It's
it
a,
is an
it's a
audio.
different type of sub, and it's passive versus powered. So they're just two completely different choices. I would call and set up a consultation with Kellen, and he'll walk through your space and look at the other speakers that you have in your system, and we can advise you depending on your exact situation and your overall budget.
Just get the per listen.
Per listen is rock solid.
Yeah.
And don't forget, guys, we are giving away a per listen this month.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we got the R210. It's a $5,000 subwoofer on giveaway. Let me drop the link here, Shane, so you can share it with these guys.
Are you not allowed to share links?
I guess I don't know how. Hold on. Listen,
We are technology guys.
I can figure it out.
What is this? Michael Walker. Michael Walker is a YouTube member. So if you guys want to join the YouTube membership and support the channel with as little as $2 a month, you can join, such as Michael Walker. He says the Nakamichi Dragon isn't on sale. I'm not sure what that pertains to because I don't think we talked about the Nakamichi Dragon.
Can you hear me, Shane? No? There you are. Whoa. Interesting.
Oh, my bad. Zach, have you installed any tactile transducers?
Yeah. You're talking about like 4D, like
Butt
D-Box.
kickers. Butt kickers.
Oh,
Crosons.
butt kickers.
Crosons.
Yeah, we used to install a bunch of those, but the reality is it's not quite the same experience as a subwoofer pressurizing the room. You don't feel it in your chest. It literally just shakes the chair.
Yeah.
It feels like an average sub hitting at 24 to 26 hertz. It doesn't feel. It doesn't punch you in the chest. So what we're doing now is more subsonic based. Like now we got those RBH 21s. They go down to 5 hertz. So we're putting those in and then doing the D-Box actuators, which is like the real deal. I mean, instead of it just, kind of vibrating the chair, it actually like rolls the chair. And it can also shake the chair for bass, but in a perfect situation, we would use that more for the experience, kind of tone it down to where, it rolls and stuff with the scenes and rocks, but you have the bass that's really pressurizing the space.
Yeah. I mean, because when I did when I reviewed the Crosons back, I think like 2-3 years ago now, all it does is really just shake your seat. It just doesn't really shake it vibrates your seat, so you can feel it come from your butt on up.
You're better off throwing subs behind your seat and just firing them straight into your seat.
Yeah, it's like near field subs.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between just having your ass shake and then kind of feeling the air kind of pressing your body. Bass pressurizes your room, so you get not only does your ground shake, it vibrates your seats, but you feel it on your body, like against your whole body. Especially infrasonic stuff, you can just feel the hairs on your arms tingle. Whereas an actuator doesn't do that. It just kind of gives you a little tactile sensation. Well, it's called tactile transducer. Just a little, it shakes your seat. It's cool, but there's a difference between having a big hefty sub shake your seat and then kind of pressuring your body at the same time. So that's the difference. That was my takeaway.
Like those were super popular when I first got into this business. I haven't really seen people talking about them or even requesting them in these last 5 years. It's it's like 2000s up to like 2012, 2014. I feel like I haven't really heard about it much here and there.
Yeah. The I would say those are cool if you're gonna watch at low volumes, like late at night or something, at very not like reference levels, like at a very moderate low volume. Because obviously you can't crank, or if you live in like an apartment or something like that, and you just want to kind of feel the bass like you would almost feel as if you had larger subs in a big space and you were cranking the volume. Obviously, if you're listening late at night, you're not going to feel that subwoofer. Whereas if you added actuators, you could feel the subwoofer for sure, or you could get the sensation of like bass hitting you. Whereas at low volumes with an actual subwoofer, it's gonna you probably won't hear it. So there's a situation like that, of course. And if you were pretty slick about doing it, you could do an actuator with some headphones. That would be pretty cool. So that kind of situation, I think, would be cool.
It's a great point.
Bass shakers are good for late. There you go. There's for late night movies when family is in bed. I agree with you. And then we have some JTR perform better and are cheaper. What? Listen, just because something is cheaper, don't make it better, man. Come on, man. Let's don't get me started on the budget people here. Come on, man. I had a couple Heinekens, so
Look, JTR RTJ Jeff makes amazing speakers. So not saying anything bad about the brand. I think per
I
listen,
can say I don't sell any of them, so I don't care. I would say if you could afford it, go with the Pro. Listen, why wouldn't you?
I
It's
think
like
that's the reality.
it's like, there's the Ferrari and there's the Honda. I mean, why would you? If you could afford it, why would you not get the Ferrari? Why settle? Don't be cheap. If you could afford it, don't be cheap. Just get the better one. That's why it's there.
I picked up a slogan that they have at Per Listen and put it on our giveaway. What was it? Not good, but best, or something like that. Not just good, the best. I think is what it said.
They're the best subwoofer that I've heard so far in my place. So I mean, and I've heard a lot of subwoofers. I've reviewed a lot of subwoofers, and those are not just because this is expensive, but just because they had all the features, the sound quality, music, and movies. There were some subs that come pretty close as far as like extension and all that stuff. Like you can get an idea about a subwoofer with measurements, but that doesn't tell the whole story. You kind of have to hear it in person. Like the numbers don't always tell you exactly what it sounds like. Same for speakers. Like a speaker can measure perfectly flat or whatever. And I'm gonna say like most people probably won't even like that sound. So it means it's like the imperfections and stuff like that adds to a character, to a speaker or a subwoofer, whereas the numbers on a graph aren't gonna tell you that. Some people don't understand that because they just haven't heard enough subwoofers or speakers, and they're just going by numbers and graphs. Whereas if you experience the stuff, you'll understand, sound quality differences, etc., which you're not going to get just from a graph by itself. And a lot of people that bitch about it in the comment section, because I get it like all the time, every day. I went on this ASR and I saw the measurements, blah, 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 blah. But I've never owned it. I've never touched it. I've never heard it. But I can tell what it sounds like from the numbers. No, you can't. You actually have to hear it. Compare it against other things, and then you make your informed decision that way. Whereas I could see where many people are just like, it's a big driver, it's a big box. You can hit so many dBs at this frequency level. It's going to destroy it. You got to hear it. And you can make a real informed decision by yourself. And I know that the Perlisten sub is a kick-ass sub. It's expensive. Yes, it's expensive. I couldn't afford it. I don't own it. But I will be a good advocate for it, that I think it's worth the money if you could shell spare change for it. So don't just go by numbers alone. Get some quality time, personal time with it. I don't trust people that in the comment section that always talk down against products because of numbers and graphs, etc. Listen to that shit for yourself and then make your decision that way. Because if you don't have hands-on with it, then that's my point of view.
Yeah, that's why people come to us. We literally have tested, put into our own homes, done videos on every brand that we sell. So call and pick Kellen's brain. He not only has had RTJ, JTR, well, actually currently has the RTJ 218s in the theater, but also per listen. So, pick our mind, call and ask about different scenarios and different speakers, and we're happy to help. But I mean, there's a reason per listen is at Hi-Fi 2 channel shows and JTR isn't. I think that kind of gives a little insight into how the sub blends with other speakers.
He's heard per listen. Listen, I've heard a lot of stuff many times, but have you had them in your house personally and use them for an extended period of time? Just because you hear it at a show or something like that doesn't mean anything. You got to like own it. You know the intricacies of something. Play familiar tunes and movies that you're very familiar with. That's how you're really going to learn about it. Just don't make just don't come out and leave comments and just kind of denouncing something just because you heard it at a show or whatever.
Not
That's
to
what I'm
mention,
saying. That's what I'm
Shane,
saying.
a big problem with these shows is consistency. Like these guys, I mean, they pour their heart and soul into going all around the country and setting these things up,
Yeah.
but they're not getting set up perfect every time because a lot of the time they're under the gun just trying to literally get the speakers there.
Yeah.
So I would encourage you, MW, to maybe have another listen. Per Listen's been going to all the events recently, and they've been winning awards like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great subwoofer, guys. It's always like it's always like I always go by the graphs and the numbers, and it hits a certain dB or hits a certain frequency, and it's a flat response, blah 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 blah. I was like, it's almost like cooking food. I was like, you can get a recipe, but sometimes you add a little bit more salt, sometimes you add a little bit more pepper, and it makes it better. Everybody's got a certain taste. I think of it the same way as audio. You might you might like a little bit more mid-range. You might like a little bit more of a brighter sound to it. Just because it measures better, just because the recipe looks better. There's a lot of variations on what things are going to sound like to you personally.
But these higher end setups too, like calibration is everything. That's why
Yeah.
our Dream Media Plus program, we go out and calibrate every system to make sure for perfection. And we will even put the customer in the room and tune it to their ear because everybody, like Gene was saying, has some level of hearing loss. And,
Yeah.
there's a lot to consider.
Yes, there is. But all right, man. Just over an hour. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We're gonna call it quits here. What do you got coming up, Zach?
Tomorrow, 7 a.m., JVC announcement for Black Friday, as well as we have some videos coming out on how to set up your 2-channel hi-fi system for people who haven't ever done 2-channel hi-fi. We have Shane Rich from RBH and our very own Kellen, our national sales director, setting up a product that is really taken off for us. We are now their sole distributor for their new limited edition amps and preamps, but we are now carrying Ever Solo. And Shane, I believe you have one now, right?
I do have one,
Yeah.
and I'll be
So
working on the review soon. And it's a very sweet little product.
yeah, so we got a video on the RBH 3800 Ever Solo setup. Shane Rich, the technical director from RBH, and Kellen talk about how to set up 2-channel hi-fi systems, as well as we just put out a video on active versus passive speakers and the benefits of using both. Not together, but how you could utilize passive speakers and active speakers, and really just taking a deep dive into why you may choose one over the other and how to incorporate that into your system. So lots of good stuff coming out.
And let's not forget, let me just add this here, that you have the Per Listen R210 giveaway that is going to be. When are you going to choose the winner for that?
at the end of the month, and there is going to be a special. You got to pick my words carefully. You're going to get a special members only invite to. I don't know. I got to be careful here. You got to get your submissions in. There's going to be a special gift for you that's emailed after the giveaway's over once we've selected our winner and done our live stream announcing the winner.
I'm not saying it's a turn off, but it might be a turn off.
Yeah, there's going to be some goodies. But yeah, get your submissions in now. We're about halfway through the giveaway. Still running. You can head over to the Dream Media website. It'll pop right up. And or you can head over to the audioholics.com and it's on the main page there.
All right, man. Well, guys, thank you for hanging out with us today. Make sure you come back next week. Actually, the 29th, we're going to have SVS on here. We're going to talk about subwoofers and stuff like that. So be sure to check that out one as well. And let's not forget. Links down in the description down below. This is Anker's brand new 120-watt charger. You can charge your cell phone, your laptop, your monitor, your iPad, 3 devices at once, up to 120 watts. Peak. 2 USB-Cs, 1 USB-A. This thing is awesome. It's small. It's portable. It's smaller than your regular iPad Air charger, your MacBook charger. This thing is a monster. Check this out. Links down below in the video description. There's going to be a Black Friday sale starting from November 17th, which is tomorrow, till December 3rd. You will save up to 60%, and if you spend $80 or more, you will get a free gift with your purchase. And if you just want to get the most badass charger ever, this is the Anker GAN Prime 737. This is a winner. You can't go wrong with this thing. I've been rocking this thing for the last few weeks. So thank you, Anker, for sponsoring the channel, for sponsoring this live stream. Check that out. Links in the video description. Use the link. Support the channel. You support the channel. You support the brand. You support me. You support Zach. You support the content that we put out for you.